Hi, I'm Rerides. Welcome to this week's What's My BMX Bike Worth? Week 34, Friday 21st of August 2020, although it is actually Saturday, NBA finals and all. Okay, so let's get on. We're going to switch it up a little bit this week. We're going to review Bye Bike. So look at all the bikes that we had on the list last week. So of course, go back to last week's video and you'll see all the detail. We'll just recap the sale price. Then we will get into what you got. As usual, we'd love for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel with notifications on. Okay, let's take a look at this week's bikes. So we'll start with this one, the Dyno NSX. This one sold for $112.50. This 85 Haro Sport frame also sold last week. We didn't check it out because it didn't have any bids on it. This one sold for $401.50 with 20 bids. The 87 Silverton Aero Turbo sold for $202.50 from 11 bids. This late 90s, believe it was a 99 Dyno Compe, sold for $178 with 23 bids. The Torker Holeshot 97, I think this one was, bit of a bargain, sold for $62. So yes, 97, should have jumped on that one myself. 2003 Mongoose Motivator sold for $127.75. The 1981 Mongoose Motomag ended with 41 bids and sold for $965. So the late 90s Redline 340 or a 440. This one ended with 46 bids and sold for $1,136. Mongoose Motomag, this one sold for $2,025. Then there were two Mongoose Supergooses. Not sure if they were both Supergooses or not. First one sold for $1,275. The second, which was the actual Supergoose, sold for $1,675. Late 70s Torker sold for $1,576. This Haro shredder, 95 shredder, I think this one was. So this ended up selling for 241 euros or $398.44. So from there this week, a couple of other bikes have sold. We've got GT Dyno VFR, so 95 frame only, and that sold for $125.65 Australian. One of these old rare 1998 Eastern Commandos sold this week for $210.82. Great frame. This was the first production bike that Eastern ever made. 7th bike off the production line. I don't know that they even made very many of these. Another Dyno Compe. This one looks like a 94 Dyno Compe, just a frame only. Looks pretty neat. That one sold for $192 US. And then last here is a 2000 Pro Sniper in white. This is probably a 2001. It sold for $405 with 2 bids. So that's it for Bye Bike. Now we're going to look at what you got. A 1980 large Diamondback Pro, very neat and tidy. Array of rims. Currently 1,425 with 10 bids, and it has 1 hour and 16 minutes left. We have a Torker Holeshot, 1995. So original frame, original forks. This is selling for $32 with 12 hours and 15 minutes to go. Oh look, we've even got a General Hustler RL Osborne Pro. Don't know if anyone's been on Facebook this week, but there's been a bit of uproar around Fred Blood coming back into the BMX world. No idea if you can get decals for those. We'll see, maybe Fred's working on that. So Mongoose BMX. This is a 99 Menace. It's quite an interesting one to restore because you do have to repaint that front end. A challenge, but a good challenge if you're up for it. So that's selling for $110 with 30 bids so far. Got a Torker Flipside. This is a frame only. Again, I believe these are Australian ACS5. So this ACS5A, so A being January. means it is still a 1995 model. This one is currently selling for $120.50. Another Torker flip side, this is a later one. This one is listed as a 1998, which is correct, 7G, ACE 7G. Lots of chrome peel, so you're going to need to finish that one. Currently selling for $91.78. So we've got another Diamondback Formula One, mid 80s, what are we, 84. So it's very tidy. Chrome looks pretty good, little bit of pitting. This is currently selling for $237 US. Okay, so we've got probably a 1988 RL. What's this? It looks like a 240 or something with those little standers on the back. Has been restored. Mixture of parts. Those are a newer Redline flight crank, not an old school crank. Anyway, it's currently at $1,000, 2 days and 3 hours to go. We have another Redline, looks like a 99 RL380, currently $92 with 2 days and 3 hours to go. Another 1981 Motomag, bit of a barn find, original gold stem by the look of it. So this one is selling for $1,781, has 2 days and 7 hours to go. Okay, we have another, looks like another Motomag, doesn't look to be particularly original at all. And it's currently at $710 with 11 bids. It has 5 days and 3 hours to go. 1984 Mongoose Expert Frame and Fork. So far with one bid, $850 with 5 days and 5 hours to go. That brings us to the end of What You Got and the end of this week's wrap up. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Drop us a comment if there's anything that you would like to see, or if you've seen a bike that you want us to feature. Do you have a bike for sale? Send us an email with the link to info@rerides.com and we'll include it next week. Okay, thanks very much.